Hey y'all, I am back again with another word. It's gonna be a little lengthy again. It's kind of a lot, but I'll try my best to get through it and explain it in the way that he is intending for y'all to hear it. And with any word, like I always say, it's important to obviously take it back to God and sit with Him in your own personal relationship. Seeking the season that you're in and just seeking your own personal revelation, confirmation, and such from Him. But this is in reference to the previous words that I have released over the last few weeks in regards to the group of people that this is for that are walking into their marriage season or that are now in their marriage season. And because this is such a big topic, people like to pick and grab things and run with it because that's where they want to be and that's what they want to hear. I have done this. And that's a dangerous thing to do because it creates a whole lot of unnecessary, negative feelings, emotions. It can create anger, resentment, just hope deferred, like a lot of things by listening to prophetic voices and words and thinking that it is for you and just taking it running with it because it sounds good and it's where you want to be at, but it's not for you at that specific time. So please take everything back to God and just know what season you're in before taking things and running with them. But this is something that you should know. You should know God should have confirmed it to you in your own personal time. Because something else I noticed that I have done myself is I used to watch so many prophetic words and I would hear so much of the same thing. So I was thinking that's the season that I was in, but that wasn't the case because God never told me those things. It was just, I was seeing a lot of videos. So I was thinking, oh, I must be in that season. These must be for me, when in fact it was not. And it created a whole lot of hope deferred, unnecessary crying and heartbreak and confusion and all of those things. So it's very important to sit in your own time, own quiet time in your own personal relationship and, with God, and allowing Him to minister to you personally. And these should typically serve as confirmation. With all that being said, a few days ago on the 6th, as you know, or you may not know, but God speaks to me in a lot of different ways, dreams, visions, just so many different ways, which is important why you should not box God, because he's speaking a lot of the time. But one of the ways is through numbers, and that's not angel numbers. That is Strong's Concordance or Bible scripture, strictly biblical numbers. And he had given me a set of numbers that day, and I will go through each one. The first one was the number 707, and that means to weave, woven. 2327, a reaper, harvester. 1293, a blessing. 2159, vigorously, which means in a way that involves physical strength, effort, or energy. And then it also can mean the number 2159, trimming and pruning. And 541 was on a license plate that day, and this specific license plate stuck out to me for personal reasons, but the number on it was 541, and that means a light flashing forth, a radiation, a gleam. And then when you come down a little bit on that definition, it says God's light breaks through all darkness that keeps someone in spiritual ignorance, aka bondage. Then later on, I got another set of numbers later that day. The first one was 601, I uncover, bring to light, reveal. That also goes hand in hand with the other number. Essentially God's light shining through dark places, revealing, you know, certain things that keep people in bondage. Just bringing things to light that are in darkness. And then another number that I had received was 1225, which means a stronghold. And a stronghold can be harmful thought patterns, arrogant attitudes, or messages that come from the outside world that have left lasting impressions on the minds and hearts of people. And then also the last number that I got that day was 72, which in the Strongs means a leading, guiding conduct to lead or guide someone around a particular place. That same day, I had also passed a license plate that said Kings, and then it had after Kings 6171, which means in the Strong's Concordance, a wild donkey. And instantly I'm like, oh, Zechariah 9:9. Your king comes to you humble and gentle, riding on a donkey. And I also seen a I had parked next to a Lamborghini that day, and it's rare to see those around. And I happened to pull in a parking spot that was right next to a Lamborghini, which is a fast car. Well, at that same time, the song I'm Coming Over comes on. It's a country song, and it says, I'm coming over, running every red light. And then the rest of the song. But if you saw my previous video, I was talking about how a few days back, in one day time span, I had seen 3 different sets of cars run straight through red lights. And one of the cars, the first car that this happened, flew in front of me, and it had my spouse's initials on it. Like God has been speaking for some time now, if you've been with me for a little bit, they're coming quickly, quick like lightning. And that is why also the song Time Is Love, it's another country song, stuck out to me that day. And it says, gotta run, I only get so many minutes. I got someone who waits for me right now. She's where I need to be. In that time that we've been talking, how many kisses have I lost? Gotta run, gotta fly before one more moment gets by. They know with you is where they belong. They are in alignment now. You both had to come into alignment, and all of the things had to take place in order for this marriage season door to open up for you two. And they're coming. They know that with you is where they want to be, and they are coming quickly, which is why God has been speaking that it is important to get back into alignment and get into position for this to happen quickly, because they're coming quickly. And what else? He was saying a few days ago, he was dropping revelation on me, and I had posted several different TikToks as he was giving it to me. But he had brought to my attention that when your water breaks and you go into labor, which he spoke several days ago, that your water has now broken, you're now in labor, this delivery of this baby, this promise is coming, because your water has broken. Everybody has different labor time frames. So, with both of my babies, I have 2. I was in labor for different amounts of time with both babies. Some people go into labor for 30 minutes and they deliver. Some people go into labor for 6 hours, then they deliver. Some people go into labor and are in labor for like 2 days, I've heard of. Like, it just depends. And he is saying the quicker you get into position, the quicker that you get back into alignment and follow the instructions that he has given and being obedient, the quicker the delivery of this baby happens. So basically, with all this being said, he's saying he's shining light, and actually I'm going to give you, because these were two different sets of numbers. I had two different kind of summaries that I had written, and I'll read both of them to you. So, in this marriage season, a part of aligning yourself into position and ridding yourself of residual waste, because that's something that I posted a few maybe a week ago. God was speaking about getting rid of any residual waste, any negative thoughts, feelings, emotions, just anything that is still lingering, that is not serving your marriage any purpose, or this promise any purpose. Get rid of it. And that's going to further bring you into alignment and position so that you are able to receive this, because God spoke it to me and said that you cannot receive this promise if you are not in position. So, ridding yourself of the residual waste that serves no purpose. God is pruning both of you vigorously. He is shining his light into the dark places. He is bringing those things to light for you so that you can get rid of them. And now I want to make note, when you're in labor and you're trying to birth a baby, it's painful. So this last little bit of pruning and getting back into position, it may be painful, but it's necessary. And you can't give up. You have to birth it. There's no other option. I know that when I was in labor with my second, I was telling the nurses I'm in so much pain. Like, it was so painful for me, and I was giving up. I was like, I can't do this. I don't want to do it anymore. I can't do it. And they're like, well, you have to. Like, you can't just stop. You have to deliver your baby. Like, that's not an option. So he's saying that he is intricately designing and weaving this blessing together, and that you two will soon reap what you have sown. You're going to gather your harvest, and he is just putting on the final touches, the finishing touches. This is a time of cleansing, cleaning house, preparing, and getting into position and staying in position. If he has been telling you, nudging you to clean your house, that could be physically, but it's also spiritually cleaning your house, getting rid of any residual waste, get rid of things that do not serve any purpose. And it's just a preparing and a cleansing. He also, when I received that second set of numbers, this was the summary that I kind of got from that. I am shining light into places of bondage where you may lack spiritual wisdom. He's saying, I'm shining light into the dark places, negative, harmful, arrogant thought patterns that serve no purpose in this life that I'm giving you. That he's shining light into those places, and he's pruning those things off. And when you prune a plant, you prune so that the plant can start producing, new fruit, fresh fruit, good fruit. And he's saying, I am weaving and pruning you guys so that you are fit to love and care for each other. So that you can love and care for each other in the ways that you both need. They need to be loved and cared for in areas that you may not need extra love and care for. You know what I mean? That's why he's saying that he is intricately designing and weaving this thing very specifically and thoughtfully, carefully, so that, and actually he gave me a word in reference to that. Let me see. Hold on. this word was given to me, let's see, January, February, March, April, May 2nd of this year, and it was called, titled Miracle at Midnight, and it says, a surprising, unexpected miracle coming out of left field is headed your way, being made manifest. It has been intricately designed and woven just for you, made and planned with much care and consideration. He's considering, all of the details, the ways that you need to be loved and the ways that they need to be loved. And he is going to be loving you through that person. He's saying very much thought and planned out accordingly. Time in the enemy's camp is up. Prepare to be amazed, mind blown, blown away, weeping tears of joy, no more tears of sorrow. He is strategically planning and preparing and putting this thing together. And he had given me a set of instructions and a word. This was actually way back in like November. And this set of instructions was titled Prepare. And it said, clean house, clean self, be alert, be bold, be Christ-like. Things that are about to start moving swiftly. Make sure that you are prepared. Have everything in order from top to bottom, tip-top shape. Move in urgency, be quick. Everything is going to happen quickly. You don't have long. Move quickly, prepare, be vigilant, be wise, be on the lookout, stay ready, stay prepared. Anytime now, it's close, very close. Urgent, 911, oh, the urgency. Now go, get moving, you don't want to be caught unprepared. Stay and be ready. And let's see. Now, with that being said, I think I'm actually going to split this up into two different words. Yeah. So, again, they are coming quickly. And the quicker that you align yourself into position, check your heart posture, do heart posture check every day, cleanse yourself, cleanse your thoughts, ridding yourself of any of the residual waste, and allowing God to prune both of you, prune you. Allow him to shine his light into those places so that you can get rid of those things. You will soon reap the harvest. You will soon give birth to this promise, this baby, and the quicker that you do these things and are obedient, the quicker this delivery will happen. Yeah, I hope that this makes sense. I feel like in these videos on YouTube, I'm all over the place. I hope that I'm not. I pray that it makes sense. I pray that it gets to the people it needs to get to at the right time. I pray that this has confirmed something for you. I pray that this has given you some clarity, some insight. And again, take everything back to God, of course. And if you feel led to sow into this, my information will be in the description. I appreciate all of the seeds that are sown, whether big or small, whether financial or just the kind, encouraging, sweet words that y'all leave in the comments. I appreciate everything from y'all. And again, I have another word to release after this that is also continuing on whoever this is for that's walking into this marriage season. That will be for you as well. So be on the lookout for that. Of course, just be led always on what to watch, what not to watch, what to receive, what not to receive. But yeah, I will be back in the next video. Okay, bye.